Hello and welcome to a new vlog. It's summer solstice. It is June 21st. It is officially the first day of astronomical summer. It's been meteorological summer, especially here in Arizona, for a couple months now, pretty much. But yeah, it is now officially astronomical summer. So it's summer solstice. It's very, very exciting. For me, mostly it's exciting because it means it's gonna finally start getting darker earlier at night, very gradually, because Arizona, we don't do daylight savings time, so we never have a time where it's just like, bam, summer. I've got a low battery light and I have no time to charge it up today. Gonna be doing a lot of vlogging on my, trying again. Gonna have to do a lot of vlogging on my phone today, I think, but that's okay. That is fine. I'm just packing a lunch because Mom and I are going hiking again. We're going back to Lynx Lake. That wasn't originally the plan. We were gonna go down to Tucson and then up Mount Lemmon, but there's a wildfire in the Catalina Mountains. It said it was burning near Mount Lemmon, which makes it sound like it's higher on the mountain, but then all the closures and somewhere else in the article mentioned the Catalina foothills, and all the closures were trailheads that are down in the foothills, like Sabino Canyon, which definitely Mom and I need to plan a trip to Sabino Canyon in autumn, winter, when it cools down. It's too hot to hike there right now, but like even if there wasn't a wildfire, too hot. But yeah, all the closures, it didn't say Mount Lemmon was closed, it didn't say Summer Haven was closed, but we still figured it's a long drive. It's from Mom's house, it would be over 2 hours just to get to Tucson, and then another 40 minutes or so to get up to Mount Lemmon. And so it would have been a long way to go to then either be turned around because it's closed, or to get up there and realize that, like, because of the wind direction or something, we could smell the smoke. Mom is very sensitive to that. We've decided not to go down there. So hopefully next month we can go down and hike Mount Lemmon. Hopefully they get this fire under control, but I thought Mom was gonna want to just cancel, but instead she proposed Lynx Lake again. So we're gonna go do that again, which I'm really excited about because one time was not enough. I've packed a lunch. I've got the lunch right here. I've packed my lunch, as well as some snacks and like breakfast. It's 9:08, so I need to get on the road before it gets any later, because obviously it'll be nicer earlier in the day to hike than it will later in the day. And yeah, I really wanted to go for a hike today for summer solstice. I wanted to do something fun to celebrate summer solstice and not just be stuck here in the air-conditioned apartment. So yeah, it felt like a good thing, a good hike, a good day for a hike. Really wanted to go hiking in Mount Lemmon because I felt like that would be even more amazing, but I really have missed Lynx Lake. That it was just so magical. If you have not watched that vlog yet, I did vlog it. It's several vlogs back. Go watch that. So one thing I felt after that hike was I just felt like we rushed it. I felt like I was so focused on the hike, I wasn't paying as much attention to the views, and because I was also trying to make sure that I was vlogging it and taking pictures of it. Like, I was enjoying it as well, but I still felt like I didn't enjoy it as much as I'd wanted. Like, I wished we'd taken some time to just like sit and be quiet and just enjoy the atmosphere. And I think Mom and I both were kind of like, okay, we've got to hike, we've got to get around the lake, we're, you know, gonna stop for lunch once we're done. Like, we were like on a mission. And now that I know what that path is like, I want to like pace myself a little bit better and just enjoy it. So please keep watching. I don't know if there's probably not gonna be any writing in this vlog, but I do think days like this are really important for me as a writer. Please keep watching. If you've clicked on this video, please don't click off. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, let's get my lunch and my water, and let's get on the road. Right, we have made it to Prescott. We've gone through Prescott Valley and now we're like outside or at the edge of Prescott itself. We're at Costco. She's back here somewhere. There she is. There's Mom. So we're stopping to get gas so that we don't have to worry about it on the drive home. It's, oh, my phone's no longer getting service, I think. So I don't know if I can tell the weather. It's still saying we're in Scottsdale, so, oh, no, Prescott. Okay, I was about to panic because it was showing Prescott 98 degrees. No, 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 it's 81.
That's weird. I hope it filled it up. It stopped at 6.
So, Mom's done. Say hi. Mom hasn't said hi to the vlog yet.
Hi, vlog. I'm trying to
Mom's ready.
get out of the park. You know, get Costco gas. They don't like you to take your
linger.
time.
No. Okay, we've escaped the Costco parking lot. We're Mom was getting a little aggravated.
Yeah. Because I can't stand that place. Everybody's like, get out of my way.
Yeah.
I gotta get gas.
So now we're on a beautiful country road heading to the lake. So I'm gonna let you guys enjoy the scenery while we drive. Okay, we made it to the lake. We're now gonna get started. I'm assuming you want to do the whole loop, Mama.
Yeah.
I don't think she's gonna give me much of a choice in this. I won't lie, it's a bit warmer than I was hoping for. Start your exercise.
Oh, you did yours already?
Mm-hmm. Put it back at the car. Oh, it's so pretty here. Look at that view. So we're gonna hike along this side first this time, and then that's the south shore, and then we'll come back up to the north shore. And Mom is racing ahead of me. If you expect me to last this whole hike, we need to pace ourselves. We will stop and take pictures. I don't want to rush though. I want to take our time. I want to enjoy the atmosphere. Breathe the fresh air. You can smell the pine up here so much. Oh my gosh. It's so nice. I see some kayaks. Kayaks, or are those paddle boarders? Yeah, it looks like a paddle boarder. The lake is so blue. It's so pretty. I'll flip around and show you in a minute. So yeah, the drive from Costco to here is really pretty. It's probably the prettiest part of the drive up here. And then from the parking lot, you just see the lake and it's just, so it is a little bit warm. I can feel the sun, but we'll go slow. I've got plenty of water and it does look like there's a bit of a breeze across the lake. So hopefully that will help keep us cool. Yeah, so last time there was water spilling across here. So the water level has come down a bit. So hopefully we don't have to wade through water at the other end. We're not even a mile in, only half a mile, but it's just as incredible as it was before. The sun is definitely hotter this time, but there's more of a wind. It's not even a breeze, it's an actual wind. And so when that picks up, it's really, really nice. There's a lot of kayakers and canoers out on the lake, and a ton of people fishing. We can't walk more than like 20 yards without passing someone who's fishing. But yeah, that's interesting. We're seeing tons of wildflowers, including something that looks like an absolutely giant dandelion, but it can't be a dandelion. So it's got to be something else. But it's in that final, like, super puffy, fluffy stage. Lots of bugs, lots of dragonflies and damselflies, a few bees. So far, no lizards. We saw a ton of lizards last time, but not seeing many lizards so far this time. And fingers crossed, the snakes stay away from the path. I'm sure they're out here somewhere, but yeah. Definitely already feeling like it's a good idea that we're doing this side of the lake first, though, because it is a bit warm. It'll be fine, but it's definitely a bit warm, and I wouldn't want to do this patch at the end of the hike like we did last time. I don't feel like we enjoyed this stretch of the path as much last time, because by this point, by this last half a mile or so, we were both just so tired. So I'm actually getting to look around a bit more and enjoy it. So that's nice. We've made it across, well, we're working our way across the sandbar, but we've made it across the little bit of water that was still there. And the breeze has returned, which feels great. And now we're going along the sandbar, which is full of people. Like there was no one here the last time, but the weather's so warm today that there's lots of kids swimming and lots of people kayaking. And people shooting Nerf stuff. Is this what we want? I think this gets us back on the trail. Yeah, dodge the Nerf bullet. Here we go. Back onto the trail on this side. Back into the shade. And back away from all the people. Although the South Shore looks super busy today. I think most of the people along here have parked down at this end. But even the North Shore was busier than it was. There were only a couple parking spots left when Mom and I arrived. Mom's back behind me, having fun. We've gone 1.19 miles, so we've got at least that long to get back to the car probably. The closest thing we get to a beach in Arizona are Sandy Lake areas. Seems like down at this end there's more people swimming and playing in the water, and the other end is more fishers. A little bit quieter up on the north end. And then here's the South Shore parking lot. Okay, we're taking a little bit of a break. We found a shady spot with a bit of a breeze. Yeah, so Mom's just sitting up there, and we found a spot where we can like sit on a bit of a, it's not a bench, but it's like a little low wall.
Over there swimming along the coastline.
Yeah, it'd be a great spot to fish because we're right by the water. So it'd be a great little spot to fish. And that's been the problem. A lot of the spots on this side, especially as we get closer to the north end, all these little shady spots have been occupied. But we've gone 2.8 miles so far. I've just put my exercise on pause. We've been going for 79 minutes, and it is 1:35 in the afternoon. It's definitely gotten warmer, but with the breeze in the shade, it actually does feel really nice. So I'm enjoying it. This is what?
Because we're at 5,500 feet.
Yeah, 5,500 feet elevation. We've only gone up, we've only climbed 93 feet. So it is a relatively flat trail all the way around, which is good. But I do feel like with where the sun is, I think the other side of the lake is getting more sun now. We've got a little bit more shade over here, so I think we were good to do that side first. I stopped and refilled my water, but I'm almost halfway through that. I still have more water in my backpack because it's a bigger water bottle. I'm using a smaller water bottle. I think I've got a 24-ounce one strapped around me and then a 32-ounce one in my backpack. And then I've got water back at the car. So trying to stay hydrated, but also not to go through all of my water before we leave the lake. But yeah, I'm just gonna shut up and enjoy this.
I'm about ready to get back hiking.
I spent, yeah, I'm getting hungry too. So, all right, enough chatting, enough break, back to hiking. All right, you all are nestled in my backpack. I'm gonna have to insert a clip so you can see what you all look like. But I'm trying to find a spot where I can be hands-free, or you might be, hopefully it will be a little protected from the wind. We're done. That was fun. That was exhausting. I wanted to wash my hands. Do you have one of those?
Yeah, I got another one.
Yeah. Oh, you brought grapes too. We both brought our grapes. But yeah, we had a lovely hike. It was definitely getting a little bit warm and a little bit rough there at the end, especially for Mom. Mom was getting Mom was the one getting really tired this time. I did okay, but I am glad we're stopping now. My grapes aren't as cold as I was hoping they'd be.
You didn't. I should have had you put them in with the ice box.
I have an ice box in here, but I guess they weren't
By the ice.
close enough to the ice. That one feels colder, so maybe they're all different temperatures. But yeah, it was a lot busier this time. A lot busier. So not as quiet. But it was still nice. It was still a gorgeous hike. Didn't have to take our shoes off at any point. We were able to cross the stream with no problem this time. And there was no water over the spillway this time. So didn't get our feet wet, which is good. But yeah, a ton of people. I think because we went in late May last time, and I think it was still just a little bit cool to like be swimming in the lake, and schools were still in session. Some schools were still in session. So I think now all the schools are out. Kids are free for the summer. Apparently it's free to park here on Wednesdays. It seems like the North Shore is all the fishers. Well, there were people fishing along the south. There were people, to be fair, there were people fishing all around, but a lot of fishers on the North Shore, and more of the like
just rough, easier on the north.
Yeah.
West Shore.
Yeah. So, and then a ton of people boating. The boat rental place was open today. Lots of boaters and kayakers out on the lake, and paddle boards.
Paddle boats.
Paddle boats.
Pedal.
Oh, the pedal ones. And the North Shore parking
People
lot.
with their own fancy rafts.
There's a few open spots now, but it's still pretty full. So it's 2 o'clock. So we're just gonna eat and then get on the road and head back down so that we can hopefully get home before it gets too late.
Yeah.
Although Mom wanted to try a different path home. So we'll see how that goes. But she can't get service up here to be able to check her map, so yeah. But Mom and I are just gonna eat our lunch and have a nice time. It's beautiful. It's 82 degrees, so it's warm in the sun, but in the shade, it's absolutely spectacular, and I am absolutely enjoying it. Yeah, I need to stretch too. Oh, I forgot I unlaced my shoes. I better not trip. We're taking a little bit of a break. We've been coming down a different path. We've been coming down, what are we on? 89? 89, yeah. State Route 89. It's been mostly like one lane in each direction. Really,
I think that's what we're going to be going down.
Narrow, windy road, but we've come to this lookout spot, so we stopped to stretch our legs and update you guys and to take some pictures. So we've been coming up from back that way, And it's very rocky here. We've left the pine forest behind, but this is where we're heading. And then we're going out that way, and Mom's reading some sort of sign. I think so. I don't mind walking. Okay, so this is in memory of Charles Churchill Small, member of the American Society of Civil Engineers, the father of Arizona highways, 1874 to 1932. Wow. So we were driving down here, we were like, can you imagine what it must have been like to, you know, come up through these mountains on a wagon or on a horse or something. Okay, hold on. I loosened my shoelaces so I'd be more comfortable in the car, thinking we weren't going to get out. But if we're getting out, I need to tie my shoelaces. But yeah, there's this whole little space here. We were hoping there'd be some sort of vista point that we could stop at, and then we found this. Of course, there's some graffiti, which is charming, but wow. Very windy. The wind just picked up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there is. That must be coming from the other direction. No, because we're still on a one-way road. It's a two-lane road, but it's a one-way road. This is for people coming up the mountain.
Oh, okay.
Back where we split.
Yeah.
So that's for people who are coming up the mountain. So over here, you can see there's a road, and a little bit lower there's another road. So the upper level is us going down. The bottom level is people coming up. So you can hear someone making their way, truck down there. Okay, Mom wants to get back on the road and back in the car before we get stuck behind a truck or something. Traffic hasn't been that bad though.
No.
It's been pretty nice. We're gonna get back in the car and back on the road. Okay, seatbelts on. And we're in Dad's car, so we've been cruising downhill using the hybrid electric part of the engine most of the way, I think. So we're getting great gas mileage coming home. No, you're good back here. But yeah, okay, back on the road we go. We've still got like an hour before we're gonna get home. This is the longer way, but so far it's been a lot less stressful. Oh. Okay, I need to get my phone sorted out. And I'm home. That was fantastic. That was so much fun. I'm so glad we went. I'm glad we didn't cancel and wait until we could go down to Mount Lemon, because I'd really been looking forward to a hike today. And I would have been really, really bummed if we had just canceled it outright. So I'm glad we still went. That is not cold water. I am so thirsty for ice cold water. I definitely got a little bit overheated today. Yeah, it was a fantastic day. If it had been any warmer, it would have been too warm, but it was a beautiful day. I mean, today felt like what summer should be if I lived somewhere else. Being able to be outdoors and doing something and enjoying summer, like that's what I dream about for summer. And that's just not possible here in Phoenix. So I know there had to have been a ton of Phoenix people. In fact, I know there were some Phoenix people because I saw some like bumper stickers and decals for like churches and other organizations that I know are like based here in Phoenix. So I know we weren't the only Phoenix people escaping the heat and running up north for a little bit. This was exactly what I wanted to do for Summer Solstice in particular. Like, I just wanted to get out and be outdoors and like enjoy a nice summer's day, because like that's what summer should be, and usually it's not that way. So definitely gonna have to remember this for next summer, because it's just, I mean, we have had a cooler than usual June, so I don't think it's just the hiking that has made a difference, because I have still been able to go for walks. I went for several walks throughout June. I haven't gone daily the way that I was, you know, in like April and early May, but I did go for way more walks in June than I normally would. So that's helped a lot. And now it just kind of feels like, even though September is still a pretty hot month here in the valley, it feels like we're only a couple months away from the Burr months, which are my favorite months, because I think it's hard for me to pick a season. I think if I lived somewhere that truly did experience all 4 seasons, I would love each of them equally, because they all have something magical about them. But I think winter would always be my favorite. And I love autumn because it's the lead up to winter. So autumn is kind of like my second favorite season. And here it's like September is still hot, but you know you're just a few weeks away until October for it to finally cool off or start cooling off. Yeah, anyway, it's been a lovely summer solstice, and I feel like I've gotten to actually enjoy it for a change, which is really nice. And now the days will start to get ever so slightly shorter, and the sun will start going down just a little bit earlier in the evening and start coming up just a little bit later in the morning. And that's what makes a difference. By like October, late September, early October, it's not that it's that much colder, but because the nights are getting longer by then, it gets colder at night, and so it's not as cold it's not as hot first thing in the morning. Whereas like right now, with it going up to like 110 in a few days, it's, you know, 80 degrees as soon as the sun comes up, and that's not nice. The drive back was lovely, definitely longer than the drive up, but less traffic overall, less stoplights, so we were able to just kind of keep moving the whole way. So even though it was longer, felt about the same because we weren't stopping and going so much. Drove through a ton of tiny Arizona towns. I know we drove through People's Village, I think it's called, and Congress was one. Yarnell was another. Yarnell was one of the bigger towns, and then Wickenburg, and Wickenburg was pretty big. Was it Wickenburg or Whitman? I think it was Wickenburg that we drove through. And we drove through this one part of Prescott that I hadn't been to, with these beautiful like old Victorian houses, and then there was some like 1940s, 1930s or 40s era bungalows that were really cute. So saw some cute historic homes. But yeah, I saw a lot of just Arizona scenery. So the vlog footage you've just watched, going through some of the back road towns and small tiny dots on a map of a town type of places. We got the scenic tour coming home, so it was lovely. Passed by Lake Pleasant, but you can't see it from the road. That's something that I think Mom and I might go out and hike when it cools down, because that's Phoenix weather, not northern mountain weather, so we wouldn't hike around there right now. But yeah, it was a nice drive, but I'm definitely glad to be home and ready to relax. So that is exactly what I'm going to do after I've taken a shower. Alrighty, it is now the end of the night. Oh no, I've got a low battery light. Shoot, sugar, because I didn't charge up the battery from this morning. Okay, we're gonna wrap this vlog up really quick. It's been a lovely evening. It's been a very chill evening. I've not done anything because I don't think I could have done anything tonight, even if I had wanted to. I do not regret today. Today was absolutely fantastic, and it really was the best way to celebrate summer solstice. I definitely need to remember to do this next year. It really was fantastic. I think I enjoyed it a little bit more this time because I kind of knew what to expect. I knew how to pace myself. I was kind of going slower, especially at the beginning part of it, and like really enjoying that part, because last time I was so we were both so exhausted by the time we got around to that section. So like doing the opposite direction today was definitely a good idea. But yeah, it was just, it's just been such a great day, such a magical day, which is exactly what I was hoping for summer solstice. It's just been a good day. It really has. Leave me some hiking or water, like lake related. Okay, we're on the iPhone. All right. We're gonna make do with that. We were ending this vlog, so yes, lake and water and hiking related emojis, or like canoes or kayakers, lake sports, because there were definitely a lot of those. So leave me those emojis to let me know which one of you lovely people have made it all the way to the end of this vlog. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed, all of those things. I would really appreciate it. Say hi in the comments along with leaving the emojis, or our question of the day. You can let me know, what did you do for summer solstice? Did you do anything special? Was it just another day? Did you completely forget or overlook that it was summer solstice? Yeah, let's just chat summer solstice in the comments. I'm now going to get in bed and read. I've started a new book. I will see you all very soon in the next vlog. Thank you very much for watching this one. Bye!